Hi, my name is Steve Martile, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you a process to help you heal fear using meditation. And I'm not going to go through the meditation today, but I'm going to explain more of the process and how it would work. Okay, so first, if you're watching this, and how do you know if you have fear? Right? That's a good question. How do you know if you have fear? Because most people aren't aware that they have fear because they're not in touch with their body. They might be in their head, they might be in their throat, right? Like if you're primarily a verbal person, if you're primarily a visual person. But if you actually take a minute, close your eyes, and you feel that you've got fear in your gut, your solar plexus, that area, that's how you would know you have fear. But here's another way to know. So one thing you can ask yourself is that if you go to try something brand new, ask yourself this question: do I trust myself to explore something new? Now this opens up a whole can of worms, right? Because exploring something new could be dating new people, meeting new people, networking. It could be a sales process where you're selling to new people, but like new people, generally just being around new people. Do you trust yourself to explore something new? Speaking, coaching, like if you're doing something you've never done before, and I'm not talking about quitting your job and staying at home. That's not going to put you in a state of fear. Although it might give you anxiety, it's not going to put you in a state of fear necessarily. Doing something will. It's putting yourself in a circumstance where you feel fear. So ask yourself, if you were to try something new, do you trust yourself? And if the answer is no, then I can tell you that there's definitely a block around the solar plexus area, which would be where your stomach is. And if you have stomach problems, that's also another sign that there's a elongating fear there. Now, that could be nutritionally related, but a lot of times in my situation, my experience has been the last 10 years is that sometimes I get the fear stimulating the stomach problems, and sometimes it's the food I'm eating that's stimulating the stomach problems, but it can come from both. But if it comes from the fear, you can usually confirm and pinpoint it based on this question: do I trust myself to explore something new? And if you don't feel confident exploring something new, you have this hesitation, you just have this like lack of confidence in yourself, that's definitely an indicator that there's something blocking that solar plexus area. And so I have my little stick person here, my stick woman, and you can see I've got these three little dots. Those are the bottom three energy centers. The solar plexus one is the one in the stomach, then there's one below that, then there's your creative center. Normally, when I work with a client, those three bottom energy centers are the ones that are blocked and where the fear is. Once the fear is dissipated and it's completely cleared through a process of doing some breathing and clapping, we get you in a deep trance, and then we start to clear these and do some release techniques. Once you release it, it can happen within 5 minutes, it can take an hour, but it doesn't take days or months. My experience has been it takes an hour, maybe 90 minutes at the most for you to let go, if you're willing to let go. Like if you're really willing to let go, realizing that these fears are keeping you on a timeline, right? These fears, and not necessarily just fears of do I trust myself to explore something new, but do I feel worthy of actually doing this new thing? Do I feel I'm enough, right? Do I feel I'm enough to actually do this new thing? If you don't feel enough, you don't feel worthy, or you don't trust yourself to try something new, you have this lack of confidence to really go for it, even though you know you're meant to do it, then what happens is the fear, what you're doing is you're keeping it alive by resisting it inside your body. The fear wants to actually leave your body, but you're resisting it by continually keeping it in your body. You're resisting it, and that resistance is what keeps it alive inside of you. The only way that you can get to a new timeline where you feel that you're enough, where you feel you're worthy, and where you trust yourself is where that fear is no longer present in your body at any time, meaning it's not in your unconscious body, because your body is your unconscious mind, right? Whatever you do unconsciously throughout the day is your unconscious mind. Your body is your unconscious mind. So what happens is when you let go of the fear and you come to this new timeline, the 5D timeline, is that you're not perceiving, reacting, or acting from fear. You're acting from a place of center. You're acting from a place of alignment. You're acting from a place of feeling fully connected to your intention, and then you just go for it. There's no fear of meeting someone new, doing the sales call, connecting, dating someone, networking, speaking in front of people, coaching, trying a business. You're just playing. You're just in the state of playing. You're just enjoying it, and that's all you feel is joy. So what happens is that as soon as these fears have been let go of, right? Like I said, usually within like an hour of doing some deep breathing and meditation, and a technique that I take you through, which I learned 11 years ago, believe it or not, what happens is your heart center starts to automatically amplify and creates this magnetic field when you're fully coherent, is about 10 feet at least in diameter, which you can measure, right? You can actually take instruments and measure that magnetic field, the intensity of it, from your heart. It's that powerful. And what we're doing really with the fear is, once you let it go, is we're opening up your heart, which allows you to be not only moving along in a new timeline, because what happens is you're going to go from here up to here, right? With those fears completely gone. And then you're going to start to have a new set of choices. Like, you have free will at any point in time, but you've got to realize is that once you're in this new frequency, this new timeline, you get a new set of choices. Things that showed up before that you didn't see, now you see them. Opportunities before that you couldn't see, now you see them. Or you just feel differently about it. You knew about the opportunity, or you knew about the person, and you're like, I don't really want to date that person. All of a sudden, you're open in a heart-centered space, and you're like, yeah, I'll date them. I'll give it a shot. Because there's no fear. You're not fear of being enough, being worthy, of trusting yourself. You're just like, I'm just going to go for it. It's just another moment. And so the key to this is that you've got two choices at every moment in time. You are either going to allow the fear to control your destiny and your timeline by continually giving you excuses and reasons, right, to not trust yourself and not follow through on what you know you're meant to do. Or you let go of the fear, and once you do, you automatically pop into a new timeline where everything gets more obvious, easier, and there's less resistance, because you're basically just going through a process of, well, what do I fully feel in tuned with, connected with? What gives me the most joy? What gives me the most joy, and what do I feel the best doing? And once you connect to that, then that opens up a whole new set of choices. So at the end of the day, if you really want to choose that, you've got to let go of this fear. Now, here's the key thing, is that a lot of people, what they do is, like I did, is you read books, you use techniques, you try things on your own to eliminate this fear. And for me personally, I did that from when I was, I don't know, it was probably about 4 years where I was doing it on my own. I was reading the books. I'd read about 450 books, mostly personal development. I'd gone to the seminars. I'd spent $25,000 on seminars, on going to live events, trying things, meeting people, and it never totally went away. But then I met Susan James, and this was in 2010. And so she took me through a process which I've taken and making my own, with my own strategy, my own technique. But she helped me, allow me to release the fear. And sometimes that's what it takes. You need someone in 5D to come down and release your energy, stored low vibrational energy, your fear, in 3D to help you elevate. You can't do it on your own at 3D. You're trying everything in 3D. You're trying all the techniques. You're reading all the books. You're taking all the courses like I did for 4 years. Then, fortunately, I met Susan, and she helped me release the fear using a process, like I said, that I take clients through. That opened up my heart, and then that moved me to a different timeline. Now, here's the key thing. If you're working with someone right now and they're not already on this timeline, they're not going to be able to help you release this fear. They have to have already released this fear and be living in this timeline in order for you to, for them to navigate you up to where they are. Okay, so that's the point, is that people that are on your timeline can't elevate you. The only people that can elevate you are people that are already on the 5D timeline, right? Basically, someone who doesn't have a lot of fear, any fear at all. I'm not saying I'm never going to be afraid my entire life, but if I do get a little bit of fear, it's 5 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe it's 60 minutes. I do a bit of breathing around it, it goes away, it dissipates. It's temporary. It's not a constant something that shows up that drives patterns, that drives, this lower timeline. I'm always spending time getting up to this other 5D. Takes work, right? But a lot of the work is letting go. It's not about like visualizing, it's not about affirming, it's about letting go of this stuff. And once you let go of this stuff, you're automatically up here, open in that heart-centered space, okay? So I hope you found that useful. I just wanted to give you another distinction that when it comes to fear, it can create the manifestation of disease in the body. Again, it can be driven from other things, but emotions are a part of it. And if you can release the emotions, what happens is a lot of times you start to heal. And just to be really clear, if you're working with someone or you work with someone that's going to help you heal, it's important that they're already on the timeline that you want to be on. Because if they're not, then you're really working on the same timeline, which means you're playing with the fear, you're looking at the fear, you're analyzing the fear, you're judging the fear. You may even temporarily get rid of it, but it comes back. When we work with someone, you get up to this space, it's completely gone at the end of our session. And if it's not, it will be if they continue to practice and go through the technique so that they can eliminate it permanently. Okay? Awesome. 2 things. If you're interested in speaking with me one-on-one about clearing energy blocks, I'm offering sessions now on how to do that. Usually what I do is I jump on a call with you, talk with you, get to know me, find out what's blocking you, where is it? Okay, number 2. And the second thing is, can we actually release it? So where is it? What's blocking you? Where is it? I guess that's number 1. Number 2 is, can we release it? Is this something I can help you with? If I can, then we work together. I'm not charging a lot for this. And I give you the recordings of all our sessions so that you can do this on your own, because I want you to be self-reliant. That's number 1. Number 2 is, I have a new book coming out. It's probably not going to be end of this year. It's going to be early next year. But if you want to get on the waiting list, it's called the 7-Day Manifestation Experiment, How You Create Your World. There's a link below to a landing page. You can enter your name and email there, and you'll be on the waiting list. And I also give you some more training on quantum manifestation so that you've got something to practice before the book comes out, okay? I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and obviously subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching again. My name's Steve Martile, and we'll talk to you next time.